Starbucks and Snow, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction written and narrated by Eleanor Rose. Artwork provided by Tomo on Tumblr. You can find a link to their social media in the description box. If you haven't already, you can find more Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction by subscribing to this channel and checking out other videos. And, if you'd like to help support the channel, don't forget to leave a like and a comment in the comment section, even if it's just an emoji. Wait, no! Marinette laughed, clutching Adrien's chest for dear life. He was trying to flip her over his back and onto the snow, and that's the last thing she wanted in this moment, because she knew what came next. He would pin her down and tickle mercilessly. You should have thought of the consequences before you stuffed a handful of snow down my back, Adrien shot back, a catnip-eating grin on his face. Okay, so maybe she wasn't innocent after all. I said, let me go, she grunted, trying to tickle his armpits so he would drop her. But there was too much cloth between her fingertips and the sensitive nerves she used to tease him during movies. Too late. She felt gravity shift as he toppled her into a pile of snow, crushing the fort they'd made an hour earlier. To her surprise, Adrien collapsed beside her, not taking advantage of her vulnerability. Marinette closed her eyes, taking in the traffic and the sound of store bells opening and closing as they enjoyed the moment together. "Wanna get pizza?" Adrien asked after a spell. I was thinking ice cream. He sat up with a jolt. Are you serious, Mare? She made eye contact and nodded. What, afraid you'll lose to a little cold? A car horn blared as he answered, stumbling his reply. Well, he said. Yes? If I repeat the joke now, it won't be as funny. I'd still like to hear it. No, thanks. I mean it. Nah. Loser. Nope. Winner. I'm dating you. He reached over and squeezed her hand. She smiled, of course, before making a suggestion. Strawberry shakes? If we go to Starbucks, it'll be a frappuccino. You're just trying to win a lifetime of Starbucks. You got me there. He laughed and sat up, tugging her hand to do the same. No, she protested. Come on, it's good for you, Adrien insisted. Hey, Siri, how many grams of sugar in a Starbucks strawberry frappuccino? Marinette said, mockingly. All right. We both know what I mean. He hoisted her up, leaving butt imprints in the snow. She laughed and brushed the excess off her high knee before slipping her hand back into his. All right, but I'm buying. What? No, you bought last time. Too late, I called dibs. But, Adrien began, searching for a retort. I have the Starbucks card. Bold of you to assume I don't have my own Starbucks card, Marinette shot back. The comment left him open-mouthed for a moment. All right, two can play at that game. He pulled out his phone and let go of her hand so he could type. What are you doing? She asked. Done, he said, wearing a smug smile. You just placed an order through the app, didn't you? Yep. His answer was bright and cheery, and Marinette had to bite back a smile as she sighed in disapproval. Sly guy. At your service. You know I'm not dating you for your wallet. Of course not. You're dating me for my looks. Marinette punched his arm before taking the 3 steps to the Starbucks storefront entrance in stride. What did you order?
Dragon fruit.
And for me?
Oh? Was I supposed to get you something?
She shot him a look and stood like a statue with her fist curled around the door handle. You really did me dirty, huh? Adrien laughed and tried to squeeze past her.
You have your own Starbucks card, princess.
Excuse you? She stuck her hips in the doorway, making it near impossible to open the outward swinging door.
Excuse you, he corrected, trying to wrestle her away like a sibling fighting to get the best seat at the dinner table.
Excuse me, a voice cut in. The duo turned around to see Luca and Chloe, the latter with her arms crossed and looking ticked.
Oh, hi,
Marinette began, feeling both embarrassed and awkward at the same time. She locked eyes with Luca just long enough for him to give her a "what can you do?" shrug before moving herself so the duo could pass.
Ridiculous,
Chloe muttered. Utterly ridiculous. Marinette used the rude contempt to tap in her order. Although, to be fair, she had been blocking the entryway.
Say, are you done with the hemline?
She asked, following her in.
Of course I am, she snapped. I finish my work before I hang out with my boyfriend.
Ooh, subtle dig.
I'll pick the dress up after this and get to stitching the embroidery, okay? You know the code to my suite. Do what you want.
Adrien exchanged looks with her and wiggled his eyebrows. Sure, this partnership between herself and Chloe was unlikely, but they'd won design awards together and Chloe had sewing skills that were, surprisingly, unmatched.
Adrien?
A voice called out from behind the counter.
Yes,
he replied, scampering over to grab 2 drinks.
Wait, you got me one?
Marinette said, surprised.
Yeah, why?
Marinette?
The voice echoed. Adrien's face fell flat. Oh. She grabbed her drink and smiled.
You said you weren't getting me one.
I was teasing.
Well, now you get to suffer the consequences.
Adrien looked around and saw Luca reading the menu, looking overwhelmed.
Here, man,
he said, handing him the spare drink.
On me. Oh, thanks.
Luca looked surprised, but flashed a grin anyway. With that, Adrien slugged his arm around Marinette's shoulder, taking an exaggerated slurp of hot chocolate.
Time for work?
Nah,
Marinette said, sticking the straw in her tumbler.
I'd rather keep spending time with you.
Rather and should are 2 different things.
Building my Instagram account can wait.
Marinette.
She shot him a look back.
I'll pick the dress up from Chloe tonight. There's no rush to get the project done right this second.
He sighed, smiling.
So, what do you suggest we do in the meantime?
Marinette shrugged, setting down her drink.
What do you have in mind?
Oh, it's up to me?
He turned away in mock thought, giving her a perfect opportunity. Marinette scooped up a pile of snow and shoved it at his neck, giggling as it made contact. Would she have to pay for the consequences? Yes, absolutely. Was she about to run away as fast as she could without slipping on black ice? Also yes. Unfortunately, her boyfriend was a model with the body of an athlete and caught her before she could take 3 steps. Twirling her like a candy cane, Adrien pressed her to his chest, a sweet gesture, and proceeded to stuff snow down her coat. That was not a sweet gesture. That was goblin best friend behavior.
Okay, I give!
Marinette cried, laughing. Have you learned your lesson?
Another fistful of snow made its way down her back.
Yes! Yes! Okay then.
He flipped her over his shoulder, picked up their drinks, and started walking away from the coffee shop.
Adrien! Put me down! Nope, you earned this.
Their laughter earned onlookers, and Marinette was silently grateful Chloe wasn't there to take a photo to post on her Instagram story.
But babe,
she began,
if you're holding me like this, how can I kiss you?
He stopped, considered her words, then placed her feet on the pavement.
Okay.
Thank you. Her ribs ached from the trauma of his shoulders.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Adrien tapped his lips.
You know.
She rolled her eyes and stepped toward his chest, her mouth lingering in front of his.
No, I don't think so,
she said after a moment. He pouted. She laughed, and then they kissed. Thanks for the drink, she said, turning her attention to the road.
Anytime, love,
he responded. With that, the couple headed off to Adrien's apartment. Did they know they'd end up spilling a sack of flour and turning it into a flower fight? No, at least, not yet. But it didn't matter what was in store for them. They were together and happy, and Marinette looked forward to the rest of the day. It was a good day for both of them, Starbucks and snow included. Thank you so much for listening, and one more thank you goes out to Tamo on Tumblr for the use of her art. Once again, you can find a link to her social media in the description box. If you'd like any more fanfiction, you can check out other videos on this channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.